Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you're trying to lose weight, but you have a very demanding schedule, very demanding career that requires a lot of your time and energy, and you just don't have hours a day to be in the kitchen cooking chicken and broccoli all day, meal prepping all day. You don't have hours every day to be in a gym like a bodybuilder 6-7 days a week. But you want something to where, it doesn't take as much time, but you can still be able to look in the mirror and be proud about what you see. You can still be able to put your clothes on and be happy and proud about how it look on you and not feel self-conscious. In this podcast, I'm going to share with you some steps that you can start taking today to start losing that weight, even though you have a busy and demanding career. Okay, these are things that I teach my coaching clients. These are folks who are in law enforcement, in the government. They are nurses. They run businesses. And so these people are really busy. And so how do you do it? And guys, make no mistake. Even though I'm coach, it's a whole operation that's going on behind me shooting this content. I got staff and everything, and so it's a lot. But here's the first thing you have to focus on. Nutrition. Nutrition is absolutely number one. Most folks think they got to do hours of cardio. Most folks think they got to be in the gym every single day of the week. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. I have this coaching client of mine named Kataka. Shouts out to Kataka, man. He's still in the program. But when he first reached out to me and, inquired about coaching with me, he was really busy. He works in law enforcement. And, he just really didn't have a whole lot of time at all. He didn't even have the time to really work out, And in fact, his first 3 months inside the coaching program, he didn't do any working out. We didn't even put him on a workout plan. All we did was put him on a nutrition plan. I showed him what to eat and how much to eat and to support his lifestyle, not some cookie cutter meal plan. And fast forward 3 months, he dropped 21 pounds. Just nutrition alone. No hitting the gym. Not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times. Nathanya. All he did was eat right with a plan. Okay? And he lost 21 pounds. And then after that first initial 3 months, he was like, you know what, coach? I'm in a position now. I freed up a little bit of my time. Now I can start, I want to start hitting the gym. And so we started doing 3 days a week. We started training 3 days. Well, I built them out a plan because this ain't in person. Your ass looking for an in-person training, that ain't your boy. And so I gave him a game plan on what to do in the gym. That way he wasn't in there winging it. He knew exactly what exercise to do. The reps, the sets, the rest time, the cardio, the whole nine. Fast forward, Kataka is now down over 60 pounds. And he's in his 50s, y'all. A lot of people would think, man, I got a busy lifestyle, man. I got a busy career. Getting up in age, man, that's just what come with it. And their limiting beliefs become, it causes them to limit their life, limit the results that they can accomplish in life, their achievements. But not Kataka. Kataka was like, man, I want to make some changes. I don't want things to get worse. I don't want to, the weight I don't want to get heavier. None of my clothes fitting, you know what I'm saying? And so he took the initiative and not made excuses about him being so busy. And I met him where he was. This is a very important point I want to make here. There are trainers and coaches out there who are like, you got to do it their way or it's the highway. And to a certain extent, I understand because everybody has their own methodology. But a good coach, that's what they do. Hey, you got to do it my way. A great coach is going to say, this is collaborative. Even though I can train you and we can do 5 days a week, I understand you can only do 3. Or I understand right now at this time in your life, you may not be able to work out. And so we're going to put you on nutrition so you can start feeling better. So you can start losing some weight. So you can start getting into momentum. Okay? Very important, guys. Don't just be spending money on these coaches and, not understanding if they're willing to create things in a way, or if they can create a plan in a way where it supports you and your life. That way you don't only just get the results, but you can keep the results. Okay? And so that's the first thing. If you have a very demanding schedule and a very demanding career, I would like to say. Second thing, very, very important, is preparation. A lot of times when I have people who getting ready to join my coaching program, one of the biggest issues that they have is inconsistency. They have a hard time being able to consistently go to the gym. They have a hard time consistently eating the right foods because they in and out of meetings. They got to step on stage and talk. I have this one coaching client, Goldie. Goldie, she dropped 30 pounds in 3 months working with me. But she's a wife. Plus, they have 4 kids. Her husband had joined the coaching program with her, Lance, and Lance dropped 40. But they're both extremely busy. And I did a member success interview with her, and she said one of the biggest things that helped her accomplish her goals was preparing ahead of time. Like, imagine having, your busy career, but also responsibilities back at home. And so one of the biggest things that helped her was she got the game plan from me, but now, even though you had a game plan, you still have to prepare ahead of time. Let me give you some examples about what I mean by preparing ahead of time. So if you know you're going to have an extremely busy day tomorrow, some people would just say, they just go into that day and they just react. They're very reactive. They just roll with the punches. Oh man, I got to get me some fast food today. I'm starving. Oh, I'm just go snack all day. I'm starving. But if you're being proactive and you prepare ahead of time, you don't have to meal prep like a bodybuilder for 6-7 days out the week, but you can prep 1 or 2 meals. That way, you're not being responsive, meaning you get into that day and you find yourself starving and you're like, shit, man, I just got to get my hands on something. And then you start eating junk food, and then you start feeling guilty, and then you start noticing that your clothes fitting tighter on you. Then you notice you're having brain fog and you're tired all the time because of the type of quality of food that you're eating because you didn't prepare ahead of time. Okay? Then also preparing with your schedule. Now, something that I recommend for my coaching clients is Google Calendar. If you have a demanding career and you out here really trying to get to the bag, not just making money just to make money, but you got people that love and care about you who dependent on you. Guys, if you are not living off of a calendar, you are doing yourself such a disservice. Like, I could not imagine not living off a Google Calendar, because it's just so much shit I got to deal with on a daily basis. I got to do these calls. I got to do the podcast. Then I got to post content. Then I got staff meetings. Then I got game plan calls for people who want to join the coaching program. And then I'm checking in on my coaching clients. Then I'm messaging clients inside our community. It's a lot of shit. Can you imagine if I didn't have some type of structure to my day? Guys, you have to prepare. And part of preparation is just knowing what's coming up each and every day. Knowing what time of day you're going to work out. You're working out morning, afternoon, and evening. That shit should, if it's not on the calendar, guys, you're leaving it up to chance. But if it's on the calendar, it's a done deal. It's a non-negotiable. This is how you have to live your life if you live a very demanding career. If you have a lot of responsibilities. I'm not talking about them folks who just go always make excuses. They go always make, oh, it's my genetics. Oh, I'm just too busy. Oh, I'm getting older. I ain't talking to them folks. I'm talking to the folks who want to do better. They want better for themselves. They want things to change. They do want to lose the weight. They want to have more energy. They want to enjoy life. Guys, you got to make these things non-negotiables by plugging it in on your calendar. And when it's plugged in on your calendar, it's like your religion. You doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you got, I'm working out at 8 a.m. at the gym on Wednesday, you showing up. Whether you tired or not, you showing up. If you got on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to the gym from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Done deal. It's no it's no negotiating that. It's no, if I'm tired early tomorrow, I'm just not going to go. Or, I do have some more work to do, I'm just not going to go. It won't work if you treat your non-negotiables that way. It won't. Guys, working out for me is non-negotiable. You think y'all be following my ass if I was fat? If I had a big ass stomach? No. That's why hitting the gym is a non-negotiable. Eating the right foods is a non-negotiable. Because I want to look and feel a certain way. And if you also want to look and feel a certain way, perform a certain way in your career, level up in your career, level up your lifestyle, your quality of life, being happy and not just kind of like meandering through life, just, oh, damn, woe is me. Life's just beating me up. You don't want to be that whining motherfucker just always playing the victim. You want to be the person who inspires other people to do better. You want to be the person who being like, man, you know, you can do this. Man, I know it ain't easy, but look at my life. Look at me. And it's not coming from a place of bragging, but you just inspiring other people. I hate the culture of people, when they see others doing better, they start to envy them, because most people wouldn't start to do better if they didn't believe it was possible to do better. But the fact that you see people who are accomplishing things, it shows you that it's possible. There's people out here in their 50s still losing the weight. There's people who had to drop 100 pounds, going through adversities in life, like my coaching client Ann, taking tons of medications, aches and pains, over 100 pounds. She dropped all of it. She down over 104 pounds now. And then she inspired one of her colleagues named April. April joined the coaching program too. April down over 60 pounds now. You got to make this shit a non-negotiable. And the last thing you got to do, you have to start. It's nothing. What I've realized about life, like, people are cliquish. Like, we're just natural cliques. Like, we surround ourselves by like-minded people. People who golf, they tend to rock with people who golf. People who get into the bag, they tend to rock with people who get into the bag. That's what broke folks tend to do. They tend to hang out with more broke folks. So they feel comfortable. But when you start to put yourself in the rooms with people who are ahead of you, you know, they're already doing what you want to accomplish, it's going to feel uncomfortable, but it's going to start empowering you to do the right things. It's going to start holding you accountable to do the things that you know you need to do because you're in the room. This is why I had a community inside my coaching program called the Lion's Den. People be in there, they be like, damn, boy, I know I ain't feel like working out today, but they see all the other members checking into their workouts. They felt like eating junk food that day, but they see all the other members posting their foods and their meals and stuff inside the community. And they be like, you know what? Man, I can do this. Man, they just like me. They got family just like me. They had demanding careers just like me. They want to lose weight just like me. And it's hard for them, just like me. But they still get it done. Guys, you got to stop thinking you're the only one that's going through adversity. You're the only one that's going through tough times. You're the only one who go through financial struggles. You got people out here, they just lack integrity. Oh man, well, you know, I don't know if I could really do the meal plan. You know, I'm just not being disciplined, and I don't know if I can keep going. I needed somebody in my coaching program. We need to negotiate. I'm thinking about negotiating the price. I looked at the man, I'm like, I ain't negotiating shit. That's on you. If you're not willing to be disciplined, if you don't think highly enough of yourself to want to get shit done for you, your life gonna continue to suffer, buddy. Your life gonna continue to suffer. I'm here to give you the game plan. I'm here to hold you accountable, but I'm not here to hold your hand. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to be willing to save yourself. And part of saving yourself is being willing to make investments to save yourself. Guys, I just made a crazy investment in my business coach. Another year. Big 5-figure investment in the fucking coach, in the mentor program. You got to be invested. If you're not invested, you're not going to be willing to put in the preparation. You're not going to be willing to make things a non-negotiable. You think I'm about to spend 5 figures on a mentor and I'm not posting content? You think I'm going to spend 5 figures on a mentor and I'm not checking in on my coaching clients, making sure they're getting results? Hell no. That don't even make sense. And so you gotta think of yourself so highly and just raise your standards. Raise your standards of living. You okay with walking outside into the world and your clothes don't fit? You sweating like a motherfucker because you got so much fat on you, and you know everybody else can see. You ain't tired of feeling self-conscious about that? You're not tired of, your kids seeing the other parents more in shape than you? Like, be the fit parent. Be the healthy parent. Be the parent that has energy to be able to enjoy time with your family and kids. Be the partner. If you married, if you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a boo thing, be the partner who looks the part. So your boo not just there like, I love you, but man, you can't still lose that big ass stomach though. God damn. They be rubbing all on your stomach. They trying to tell you, but you just ignoring it. No, lose the weight. They giving you a chance. Lose the damn weight so they can be attracted to you. So they'll start touching on you more. They'll start showing more affection. But you got to hold yourself to a higher standard to be able to make these things happen. And again, I'm only talking to folks who have demanding careers. You got to be willing to hold yourself to a high standard. Because if you don't, you fall to mediocre. What is mediocre? Oh, well, I'm busy, so I'm just not going to work out this week. Oh, well, I'm busy, so I'm just not going to eat right. I'm just going to eat fast food all week. That's mediocre. That's average. That's easy to do. But it's a reason why people admire people who are really successful and in shape, getting to the bag, taking care of the people they love and care about. It's a reason why. Because the shit ain't easy. It may be perceived to look easy. Even with me doing these podcasts, posting all this content, had almost over 160 something thousand followers on social media. Guys, it's people on social media that got hundreds of thousands of followers broke as hell because they just posting entertainment, but they not posting value. It's a whole different ball game when you posting value, and you have to become a certain person that can entertain and also offer value. You got to be willing to level up your standards to become more so that you can bring more value out there. Otherwise, you be the person who got that busy schedule and you like, man, it's just hard. I'm eating junk food today. Stomach getting bigger, clothes not fitting no more. Start going to the doctor. Now you got type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. It costs to be average too. It costs to be mediocre. It costs to stay in your comfort zone. And so it's a cost either way. Everybody always talking about what's the cost. Oh, it's so expensive to have a coat. Oh, it's so expensive to eat that whole food. It's a cost to not eat healthy food. Go ahead, eat some honey buns every day. Eat ramen noodles every day. You want me to tell you what that get you? Be just like my family members when I was growing up. High blood pressure, strokes, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea. I be getting on game plan calls with folks. They be having sleep apnea and don't even know it. Yeah, my baby, my girl, she woke me up. She said I stopped breathing in my sleep. And she said I be snoring real loud. Dude, you got sleep apnea. Your ass ain't breathing. My grandfather, for some folks who don't know, my grandfather passed away at 46 years old from sleep apnea. And some of y'all haven't. And you don't even know the severity of your situation. You got to start educating yourself, man. And not even just educating yourself. You got to start putting in the effort. Because being average, being mediocre, staying in your comfort zone can be even more costly than putting in the work to be above average. Like all it is, you just go take a little bit more time when you being above average. It's go take a little bit more effort. Because you working hard in your career, but you still got to go to the gym and work out. It go take a little bit more effort to prep and cook your meals, or maybe pay somebody to cook the meals. You know what I'm saying? Get Instacart to deliver your food to you. Get Uber Eats to deliver your food to you. Stop all these excuses, man. Or go follow the snowflake train so they can tell you what you want to hear instead of getting what you need to hear. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you lose the weight, but also have a high quality life. Everybody talk about a high value man and a high value woman, all this shit. The value is what you're putting into you. If you're not putting healthy food into you, how valuable are you showing everybody else that your body is? You're not. You're not showing nobody that you look at yourself as high value because you're willing to put junk food in your body. But if you like, man, you think highly of yourself, you're gonna put value inside your body. The foods that you eat, the way you treat yourself, going to the gym. If you're always sedentary, sitting down, sleeping all the time, never going to the gym, How much do you truly value your body and your health and your mental health if you're not willing to go to the gym? This ain't about being a bodybuilder, going to the gym. This is about your quality of life. You looking the part. You feeling good. You living well. How can you live well if you don't feel well because you're not moving, going to the gym? Imagine you got two versions of yourself. The version of yourself who's 30, 40, 50 plus pounds overweight, get into the bag. You comfortable. You making money. But then imagine how much more you could do with your career if you were the fit version of yourself. Lean, healthy, full of energy, glowing. Just your charisma just radiates off of you. People just feel the energy when they're around you. How much money could you get? How much more money could you make? I know this is about fitness, but people don't realize how much health and fitness, it just spills over in the every other area of your life. When you start to get healthier, you're more fit, you're more comfortable, you're more proud about how you're looking, you're more confident. Yes, you go start to see that you have possibilities, the potential to make more. You start to push the needle. You start to be like, man, I'm making it, but boy, you know what? You start looking at yourself in the mirror like, shit, man, I'm worth more. I know I can get more out of my life than this. You start to feel more capable. And you start to get in shape, your damn kids start getting in shape. You start getting in shape, your boo things start wanting to work out more. But somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to lead by example. But anyway, these are things you got to do. All right? Start preparing. Start making things a non-negotiable. And put yourself in the rooms with movers and shakers. If you're around folks who just want to be mediocre and average, you're going to get average results too. By default. You start getting in rooms with people who take care of their health. They prioritize their health. They're willing to make investments in their health and in their career and in their life in general. By default, you go start winning too, just like them. All right? But anyway, we out of here. Let's get it. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.